I welcome you all. Now, it's my pleasure to invite our organizing secretary, Dr. Aditi Parikh, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Astha, for giving me this opportunity to welcome our respected guests, honorable speakers, esteemed participants, and members of the organizing team. Warm greetings from Writers Reservoir, India, and Communication Today, Jaipur. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 1 week online workshop on AI in research, redefining methodology, empowering analysis, scheduled from June 16 to June 20, 2025. As we gather virtually from different corners of the country, united by a shared curiosity and commitment to research, this workshop promises to be a transformative experience with artificial intelligence rapidly reshaping the contours of academic inquiry. Our objective is to explore how AI can empower scholars to reimagine research design, enhance analytical rigor, and broaden methodological frameworks. We are honored to have with us an esteemed panel of scholars, including Professor Sanjeev Bhanavat, our chief patron, along with distinguished guests such as Dr. C.K. Singh, Dr. Anil Mehta, and Dr. Manvinder Singh Pahwa, who will be sharing their insights today. Your presence and guidance will surely set the tone for the session ahead. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to the dedicated team behind this initiative, particularly our organizing secretary, Dr. Asta Saxena, convener, Dr. Ruchi Goswami, and all contributors who have worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life. To all participants, researchers, scholars, and academicians, thank you for joining us. We hope this journey proves intellectually stimulating and professionally enriching. Let us begin this collaborative endeavor with enthusiasm, curiosity, and a shared commitment to innovation in research. Thank you, and once again, I welcome you all.
Thank you, Aditi ma'am. Now, to take us deeper into the conceptual and framework of this workshop, I invite our patron, Dr. Sanjeev Bhanavat, sir, for the theme presentation. Professor Bhanavat is a distinguished media educator and founder-editor of the acclaimed journal Communication Today, former head for the Center for Mass Communication, University of Rajasthan, and a guiding force in media scholarship for 4 decades. His contributions have shaped generations of media professionals. I request you, sir, to kindly deliver the theme presentation.
बहुत बहुत आभार डॉक्टर आस्था। आज की हमारी इस कार्यशाला के जो रिसोर्स पर्सन है, मैं देख रहा हूँ उन्होंने ज्वाइन कर लिया है, प्रोफेसर मनविंदर सिंह पावा, मेरे आत्मीय मित्र प्रोफेसर अनिल मेहता, प्रोफेसर C.K. सिंह और देश दुनिया के अलग अलग कोनों से इस कार्यशाला में जुड़ने वाले हमारे प्रतिभागी। कम्युनिकेशन टुडे की 28 वर्षों की यात्रा और पिछले 4-5 वर्षों से विशेषकर कोविड के बाद जिस तरह से हमें नई चुनौतियां मिली हैं, हमने कोशिश की है कि विचार विमर्श की इस परंपरा की नियमितता को बनाए रखें। इसी क्रम में अभी हमने एक वेबिनार किया था पिछले महीने, और आज फिर इस वर्कशॉप के साथ हम आपके बीच में हैं। विषय जैसा आप सभी को पता है, AI in research, redefining methodology, empowering analysis। वस्तुतः आज हम एक ऐसे समय में खड़े हुए हैं जहां शोध की दुनिया में क्रांतिकारी बदलाव हो रहे हैं। हमारी ये 5 दिन की कार्यशाला इसी पर केंद्रित है। यह न केवल प्रासंगिक है शोध की दृष्टि से, बल्कि भविष्य की दिशा को भी यह एक तरह से संकेतित करता है। आज के इस डिजिटल युग में कृत्रिम मेधा या आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंसी सिर्फ एक तकनीकी नवाचार नहीं है, बल्कि एक बौद्धिक सहायक बनकर के हमारे सामने उभरा है। जिस प्रकार पारंपरिक शोध पद्धतियां श्रम साध्य होती थी, बहुत समय लगता था, सीमित संसाधन हमारे पास थे और उन्हीं पर हम हमेशा निर्भर रहते थे, और मानव त्रुटियां, उसमें भूल की, गलतियों की गुंजाइश भी, गलतियों की आशंकाएं भी होती थी। लेकिन इस एआई की दुनिया ने हमारे शोध के स्वरूप को पूरी तरह बदल दिया है और एक नई दिशा की ओर बढ़ने के लिए हमारे लिए एक आधार भूमिका तैयार की है। तेज, सटीक और विश्लेषण प्रधान अनुसंधान। एआई ने हमारी शोध प्रक्रिया की मूलभूत संरचना को ही चुनौती दी है और नए अवसर प्रदान किए हैं। हम डेटा संग्रहण ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं, लिटरेचर रिव्यू को एआई संचालित टूल्स, चैट जीपीटी, सेमांटिक स्कॉलर या कनेक्टेड पेपर्स आदि के माध्यम से और तीव्रता के साथ संपादित कर सकते हैं। डेटा क्लीनिंग से लेकर के डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन तक हर कदम को हम एक व्यवस्थित स्वरूप दे सकते हैं। एआई आधारित जुपिटर लैब, चैट जीपीटी, गूगल कॉलैब और प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग जैसी विधियां, जैसी प्रक्रियाएं हमें मात्र आंकड़ों को नहीं दिखाती हैं, वरन उनमें छिपे हुए संभावित निष्कर्षकों को पहचानने की क्षमता भी विकसित करती है। एआई ने स्टैटिस्टिकल जो रिसर्च करने वाले हैं उन्हें भी बहुत अधिक एक उसको फ्रेंडली बनाया है, उसके योग्य बनाया है। डिस्क्रिप्टिव और इन्फेरेंशियल स्टैटिस्टिक्स को हम स्वचालित रूप में भी संचालित कर सकते हैं। हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग और टी टेस्ट, एएनओवीए और रिग्रेशन मॉडल्स को भी एआई की मदद से हम प्रभावी ढंग से लागू कर सकते हैं और उसका जो इंटरप्रिटेशन है उसको और अधिक तार्किकता प्रदान कर सकते हैं। एआई आधारित यह विश्लेषण केवल गणनाओं और परिणाम पर आधारित नहीं है, बल्कि यह डेटा की गहराई में जाकर उसके पैटर्न, ट्रेंड और उसकी जो विसंगतियां हैं, कंट्राडिक्शंस हैं, उनको भी कहीं हमें उसका भी संकेत करता है, उजागर करते हैं। न केवल शोध की गुणवत्ता बढ़ती है, बल्कि वह समाज और नीति निर्माण में भी अधिक प्रभावित साबित होता है। एआई का युग शोधकर्ताओं के लिए अब केवल डेटा कलेक्टर नहीं, बल्कि डेटा इंटरप्रिटेटर, टूल इंटीग्रेटर और क्रिटिकल थिंकर बन गया है। शोध का कार्य अब केवल प्रश्न पूछना नहीं है, बल्कि उन प्रश्नों के लिए सटीक तकनीकी सहयोग का भी चयन करना है। ये भी उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण हो गया है। जहां एआई ने असीमित संभावनाओं के द्वार हमारे सामने खोल दिए हैं, वहीं इसके उपयोग में एथिकल, नैतिकता, शोधकर्ताओं की विवेकशीलता, जजमेंट और डेटा की प्रामाणिकता, ऑथेंटिसिटी पर भी विशेष ध्यान देने की ओर हमें कहीं प्रेरित किया है। ब्लाइंड एआई डिपेंडेंसी हमारे लिए एक नई चुनौती भी हो सकती है। एआई हमें विकल्प देता है, लेकिन निर्णय का अधिकार और उत्तरदायित्व अब भी मनुष्य की क्षमताओं पर, उसकी विवेकशीलता पर और उसकी बुद्धि सामर्थ्य पर निर्भर करता है। यह कार्यशाला इसी विचार को केंद्र में रखकर तय की गई है कि हम एआई को सहायक बनाएं, संचालक नहीं। वो हमें नियंत्रित नहीं करे, बल्कि हम उसे नियंत्रित करें। मनुष्य यदि तकनीक नियंत्रित हो गया तो आने वाला समय मुझे लगता है बहुत खतरनाक होगा। इसलिए तकनीक हमारे इशारों पर नर्तन करती रहे, ये क्षमता हमें विकसित करनी होगी। इस 5 दिवसीय कार्यशाला का उद्देश्य है शोध पद्धतियों को एआई से जोड़ना, आंकड़ों के विश्लेषण की दक्षता को बढ़ाना और प्रतिभागियों को एआई डेडिकेटेड जो रिसर्च प्रोसेसेस हैं उनके बारे में वो किस तरह से इंडिपेंडेंट तरीके से सोच सकते हैं, इनके इर्द गिर्द ये सारी चर्चा जो है होगी। हम आप सभी से निवेदन करते हैं कि इस कार्यशाला को पूरी तल्लीनता के साथ, नियमितता के साथ और पूरे उत्साह के साथ इसमें यदि आप पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे तो मुझे लगता है एआई की उस नई दुनिया को समझने का एक द्वार हमारे सामने खुलेगा। हमारे एक्सपर्ट प्रोफेसर मनविंदर सिंह पाहा से आप प्रश्न पूछें, उनसे कुछ नया जानने की कोशिश करें और जो टिप्स वो आपको दे रहे हैं उससे अपने शोध को और अधिक व्यावहारिक बनाने की दिशा में आप आगे बढ़ें। एआई कोई जादू की छड़ी नहीं है, लेकिन वह एक ऐसा उपकरण है जो शोध को कल्पनातीत ऊंचाइयों की ओर पहुंचा सकता है, यदि हम उसका सही दिशा में प्रयोग करें। इसलिए आप सभी को हमारी शुभकामनाएं। ये जो पूरा एक वीक है, 5 दिन की जो कार्यशाला है, वो आपकी दृष्टि को एक नई दिशा दे सकने में सक्षम हो और हम पारस्परिक विचार विमर्श के आधार पर अपने शोध को और अधिक प्रभावी, प्रामाणिक और सामाजिक दृष्टि से और अधिक प्रासंगिक बनाने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ सके। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आप सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you so much, sir. We are now privileged to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. C.K. Singh, Professor and Dean, Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Communication at Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj University. Dr. Chandrakishore Singh is a senior administrative professional with almost 41 years of rich cross-functional experience across varied segments of communication sector at the national as well as international levels. As an officer of Indian Information Service, he has worked in various media units of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, like All India Radio, Doordarshan, Central Board of Film Certification, Press Information Bureau, Directorate of Public Relations, Ministry of Defense, and Registrar of Newspaper for India. His last posting in government sector was Director, Directorate of Film Publicity, Government of India. He is the founder faculty member and HOD of MIT School of Communication, MIT University, Mumbai. I request you, sir, to kindly deliver the address. C.K. Singh. सर, as you
नहीं है आप।
हाँ सर, बहुत बारिश हो रही है शायद मुंबई में।
हाँ, बॉम्बे में बहुत बारिश है, तो हो सकता है फंस गए हूँ।
जी जी जी,
वैसे ही बारिश हो रही है यहाँ।
जी जी सर। So today also marks a proud academic movement, the launch of the second issue of the 29th year of Communication Today, a double-bind, peer-reviewed bilingual media quarterly journal. Now the stage is all set for our keynote address. We are deeply honored to welcome Dr. Anil Mehta sir, Professor of Commerce, Department of Law, Banasthali Vidyapeeth. He's a distinguished academician with over 44 years of teaching experience in the field of management, organizational behavior, human resource development, and marketing management. Previously, he was served as a professor at Manipal University, Jaipur, and held leadership roles such as professor and head of the Department of Business Administration at the University of Rajasthan, Directorate of University 5-Year Law College, and Director of the Center for Entrepreneurial Development, University of Rajasthan. I request you, sir, to kindly deliver the keynote address.
Thank you very much. Am I clearly audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
At the outset, I'm thankful to Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat, a very intimate friend of mine, for inviting me to this contemporary workshop on AI and research. Full compliments to Communication Today and Writers Reservoir India for taking this initiative to organize this particular workshop. It is really heartening to note that the key resource person of this workshop is Professor Manvinder Singh Pahwa, a senior professor at Harisingh Gour University, Sagar. In fact, I know Professor Pahwa since 1 decade, and I'm quite impressed to see that he is a person with having command on diverse subjects, but research methodology in general and AI in particular is one of his favorite subjects. He has already conducted a series of workshops on this particular topic. In terms of content, in terms of style of presentation, and in terms of his methodology, he has been quite popular whenever he has organized such kind of workshop, either online or offline. In fact, Communication Today solely the brainchild of Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat, has done pioneer contribution in the field of media studies since last 29 years. Right from its very first publication, I've been associated with this journal since Professor Bhanawat is a very, very good friend of mine over the last 4 decades. I'm not saying about Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat only because he is a close friend, but the contribution that he has given in the field of communication studies, media education, perhaps is enormous. And he has been quite popular among his students and well-wishers. Professor Bhanawat, after his superannuation, has contributed immensely by collaborating with Bharati Vidyapeeth and as well as this writers reservoir, and organizing series of workshops, seminars, and webinars. In fact, there is hardly any leading topic left on which seminars and webinars have not been organized by Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat. So, full compliments to Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat as well as his team, particularly Darushi Goswami, Asa Saxena, and Aditi Parikh. In fact, organizing such programs is a teamwork, and I'm very happy to note that Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat is doing all these activities with a team spirit. Well, I've been asked to deliver a keynote address. Of course, Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat has already set the pace for the workshop. But let me tell in very brief about this particular workshop and the background that certainly will set a base for the entire workshop. But before that, allow me to share my presentation also. Just a minute, please. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. Hope the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So the theme of the workshop is AI and research, redefining methodologies, the empowering analysis. I would like to start with few quotations on the theme. The future belongs to those who can merge human curiosity with artificial intelligence. It's a blending of both. It is true that AI is a tool, but certainly AI is not going to replace, it cannot be a substitute of human brain. It is also rightly said that AI, if properly used, then is a very good servant, but it should not be treated as a master. Artificial intelligence is not here to replace researchers. It is here to empower them to ask deeper questions and find faster answers. In fact, speed really matters. And certainly AI has a phenomenal role as far as the speed and accuracy is concerned. Research leads discovery, and certainly AI will, and it is going to accelerate the pace of the research. Over the last few years, the need and importance of research has increased. In fact, the more investment in research is the symbol or indicator of progress and development. The scope of research is very wide. There is hardly any area where the need and importance of research is not realized or felt, be it engineering, social science, humanities, environment, or any other area. Through artificial intelligence, certainly we can discover new things, we can interpret the existing information and data, and certainly we can redefine with the changing scenario the knowledge or whatever new things are happening. Certainly, with the help of research, there is a phenomenal advancement in the field of knowledge. As we all know that today we are living in the era of information explosion. And certainly researches will contribute greatly. The more researches are carried in different disciplines, there will be more advancement and knowledge that can be utilized for the society's well-being. Research plays a very vital role in problem solving as well, whether it is business problems or societal problems or industry problem. Through researches, we can get the correct idea what the problem is all about, and then accordingly we can take the remedial measures as well. So obviously, through researches, many of the problems can be quickly resolved. Similarly, a single decision that is taken wrongly, perhaps it costs huge amount, and it will be having a very adverse effect on the society. So what is important here is that decisions should not be based on intuition. We cannot afford to take decisions on trial and error basis unless there is a solid base for taking any decision. Researches provide insight for decisions. Similarly, research is the foundation for innovation and development. Whatever innovation and inventions have taken place, perhaps it is only because of researches that have been carried. Similarly, researchers play a very important role in education, be it a curriculum development, the pedagogy, or be it in the form of new fund of knowledge. Researchers have played a vital role. Similarly, research plays a very important role in social progress also. Many social problems can be very well resolved if we do the researches in the field. Similarly, more researches indicate more prosperity at the national level. Whether it is a question of eradication of poverty or unemployment or increasing the trade, perhaps in every sphere, researches can be conducted, and that is the basis of distinguishing between developed country, underdeveloped countries, and developing countries. If you gather the data, you'll find that the developed nations have invested huge amount on R&D activities. So it means that there's a need to invest more and more on research. In fact, there are a lot of changes as far as the research methodology is concerned. In fact, in my days, when I conducted the researches in my young age, when I was pursuing PhD, when I was writing an article, and what I find today, in case of my research scholars, the young budding researchers, there is a drastic change because of the new tools available to this younger generation. And certainly, AI has perhaps posed a revolution in the field of research. In fact, as I mentioned, that traditional researches were mainly based on manual data gathering. They were based on analysis which were done manually. They were mainly based on going to or visiting various places personally, field work and surveys. In fact, observation and personal interviews are the major, perhaps, source of data collection. And certainly, at that time, we used to visit the libraries and used to spend hours there. But today, the scenario has completely changed because of the AI tools. Now, because of the AI now, what is happening is that now, whatever things we used to do earlier in weeks or maybe in months, that can be done in a very, very short span of time. In fact, today, because of AI, we have access to the huge amount of authentic data. And certainly, we can do research with minimizing the errors. Similarly, through various AI tools, now we can develop the models for prediction very accurately. And certainly, because of the AI, now it is possible to carry multidisciplinary research. So a lot of advantages are there. In fact, for today's researcher, whether to learn AI and their application in research is not a choice, but now it has become compulsion. If you want to carry quality research, if you want to do the authentic research, and perhaps in that context, attending such kind of workshop and learning about various AI tools is very, very useful and need of the hour. In fact, what is happening today is that there are tools available right from the very inception when we start research till we complete our research. In every phase of research, AI tools are available. Whether we want to have a good title for the research, it is there is some spelling mistake, it is title. Whether we want to introduce our subject, whether we want to do the literature review, whether we have to design our research methodology, whether we want to analyze data properly, intensively, whether we will have to raise the research, discussion, summary and key findings, conclusions and scope for future research, reference and bibliography, appendix, etc. Research tools AI tools are available for every phase of research through which we can do the research in a very scientific manner, and the results are quite accurate and qualitatively very superior. However, as Dr. Bhanavad has also pointed out that there are certain challenges. In fact, AI is totally based on data. In fact, if the data is not properly gathered, if we are biased, then perhaps there might be wrong results also. Similarly, algorithms work on a particular data set, and there might be possibility of biasness also. Similarly, there are issues of privacy and data protection also, because when we are using the data, perhaps it may adversely affect the personal privacy also. Similarly, there might be possibility of losing the confidentiality. And if we are using these tools and if anything goes wrong, then who will be accountable for that? That's the issue. And similarly, there is a question of transparency also. Similarly, how the data is used, but particularly the important data, personal data, of which the consent may not be obtained. So again, there might be many issues, ethical issues regarding informed consent. Similarly, misuse of AI field of research, as already mentioned. Sometimes the researchers may be biased and they can use that tool according to their mindset or for a particular interest also. And moreover, if everything is done through AI tools, then perhaps the researchers may lose the human touch also. So, as I already mentioned, that AI is a bad master, but an excellent servant. So, of course, AI should be used very carefully. If we are using it cautiously, carefully, if we are well versed about these challenges and ethical issues, then certainly AI will be very, very helpful in research. So to conclude, we can say that AI will not replace researchers, but researchers who use AI will replace those who don't. In research, data is the oil, AI is the engine. The question is no longer whether we should use AI in research, but how ethically and effectively we can harness its use. That is more and more important. So with these words, my best wishes to all the participants, and I'm quite sure that under the able facilitation of Professor Pahwa, this workshop will be having a grand success. Once again, thank you very much for inviting to deliver this keynote address. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to organizers.
Thank you so much, sir, for this compiling keynote. Next, we have our esteemed resource person of the workshop, Professor Manvinder Singh Pahwa, sir, Professor at Department of Commerce, Dr. Harisingh Gour Central University, Sagar. Dr. Pahwa is not only an alumna of the prestigious IIM Ahmedabad, but also a distinguished academician and highly sought-after corporate consultant. With more than 25 years of experience, his profound knowledge covers critical areas such as business analytics, corporate finance, entrepreneurship, and corporate law. On the corporate front, Dr. Pahwa has been instrumental in success of over 200 corporate innovations, numerous fundicizing ventures, and even IPOs. His contributions to academia has extensive, with over 150 management development programs delivered, 70 plus research papers authored, and three patents on his name. Sir, I request you to kindly deliver the resource person address.
Thank you, Astaji. I hope I'm audible there.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Thanks a lot. And I would like to extend my thanks first to Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bhanawat, sir, who has given me this opportunity to interact with the media people of the country at this particular forum, which is a very, it's a renowned forum, I heard, because many professors over here, many top professors of the countries they are a part of this forum, and I feel very much honored to be over here in this particular workshop. And thanks for inviting me and trusting me that I will be able to deliver this. The rest is all up to the participants. Let us see what they want. Actually, when we are talking about artificial intelligence, when we are talking about research particularly, then a lot of things are there where a lot of lacunas are there. Even I would say whenever I deliver a lecture, I learn a lot. So I'm also open for learning from all of the participants over here. So there will be a mutual learning process which will be happening. Some things I will tell which I know, some things you will tell which you know. So we can have a good interactive type of this workshop so that we can learn and we can join hands together and all. So this is what my motive is, particularly for this particular workshop. Another important thing which I wanted to talk about is that because we have taken a topic which is artificial intelligence, and it's merging with that of the research which we are going to do. Our main forte is research. AI is just a tool or a helper which will help us in enhancing our research base, and also which will help us in or assist us, particularly in doing our purposes which are documented or which are noted in the form of the objectives, hypothesis, and the test which we will be applying. So many things are there which are our targets, which are our aims when we are talking about research, particularly in social sciences, because we are directly connected with the social sciences, and this is something a tool of computer science, or you can say it's a tool of engineering which we will be using. So we have to be very, very careful about it because it's a skill. We should not try to directly jump upon it. Otherwise, we will get hurt. So what my request to all of you is that please keep patience while you are doing this, because just trying to do or getting the things done, particularly in AI, will not land us up anywhere. So we will start right from the scratch that what actually research is, and then we will learn about the AI. So today's particular, you can say, the interaction will be more on the fundamentals of research and how AI will be able to achieve it. So that is what we will be doing. Regarding the hands-on, we will definitely be taking, because without you doing it by your own hands, there is no use of calling it as a workshop or such. So definitely we will be using. The most important tool which we'll be using is the chat GPT, or you can say you can use even DeepSeek or any other tool, but the things and the themes will be the similar what we will be learning. The most important thing over here is the prompt engineering, that what prompt we have to give and how the results will arrive. And there is another disclaimer which is always written under the interface of chat GPT, is that chat GPT can be wrong, right? So this is very, very important, which we have to understand. And I'm very much thankful to Anil Mehta sir, who has come as a keynote speaker over here particularly, and sir has actually made my work easier by making all of you understand about what the chat GPT will do, and what is the AI and how the AI will be used. Just a moment, let me adjust my camera. It's blurry. I hope it is good enough now.
Yes, sir, it is.
Previously it was blurry. So anyways, so this is what sir has done. Sir has always, Professor Anil Mehta sir has always been motivating me. He has been guiding me, and it's just because of you can say his motivation or his pushing towards me for getting so many opportunities also, and justifying those also, because I always take lessons from him before I start. So I'm very happy that sir is already here with me and on this particular platform to grace the platform with his presence. And this is what I would like. So before we start, and I will be, while in our session itself, after this inaugural session will be over, I will be asking some of your expectations out of this 5 days workshop. So be prepared. You have some time before we again restart our things. So that is what, from where I always start my workshops. That what in order to understand that what the audience want and what I have to deliver and to what extent I will be able to deliver. Thank you so much, Astha ma'am. Thank you so much, all other organizers, Ruchi Goswami madam, Aditi Parekh madam, and specifically and especially Professor Sanjeev Bhanavat sir, who has given me this opportunity to be on this particular platform. Thank you so very much. Over to our next.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving this enriching address and highlighting what we are going to learn during this workshop. I also like to extend my sincere appreciation and virtual felicitation to all our eminent speakers, mentors, and supporters who made this inaugural session insightful and meaningful. So allow me to present. Thank you so much, Anil Mehta, sir. I would also like to thank CK Singh, sir, though he could not join because of certain network issues. And I would also like to thank Manvinder Singh, sir, for joining today.
Thank you.
Now, before we wind up the inaugural session, I request everyone to kindly turn on their video so that we can have a group photograph and then we can start with the session 1. I request everyone to kindly turn on their cameras. Aditi ma'am, please click some photographs.
Just wait.
Are we done, Aditi ma'am?
Just wait, Astha ma'am.
Sure.
Let me take some of the good pictures.
Okay, so thank you so much, Anil Mehta, sir, for joining us today and delivering the keynote address. Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful for it. And
Thank you.
let's begin our day 1 session on Introduction to AI in Research. We already know the expert, and he's going to talk about multidisciplinary approach, descriptive, predictive, perceptive analysis, and AI tools like ChatGPT, prompt engineering, and Jupyter Lab. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you so very much. Okay, so let me just share my slide. I hope it is visible over there to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I told you that we will be starting with some of the expectations of this particular group. So, has somebody has prepared something that, okay, after this 5 days, what I aspire to learn? Yeah, anyone, if you can please share that, what do you aspire to learn particularly after certain period of time? Yeah, anyone, please raise your hands. Yes. Yes, please. I would like organizers to just take the things up, because I have the full screen slide in front of me. I cannot see the people who have actually.
Anyone who wants
Myself, GS Pahwa. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Right.
Sat Sri Akal, sir.
Thank you very much for everybody who is involved. My expectation, I myself has retired from service, and now post-retirement, I want that I shall be able to use AI to ensure that how AI can be used for communicating crisis communication the fastest, authentical manner. I am from aviation, and everybody knows what type of crisis we are going through at present in the communication field. So I was thinking it came at the right time. What way after 5 days I shall be able to use AI for efficient, effective, and authentic communication to my stakeholders.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I have already made a note of it. If you want to understand and know how AI can be used as a fastest way of communication. So we are having certain channels of communication which has made our life easier, right? Like WhatsApp, we are using very good way. So how you can integrate the artificial intelligence, particularly in the present channels of communication, in order to make those communications more effective. That definitely I will share some of the you can say some of the tips, particularly in order to make that communication effective. Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the information.
So Neil ma'am also wants to share.
Yes, yes, yes. Please, please. I would like to have as many as they can give. Yes, come on.
Good evening, sir. This is Neil Kusum
Yes.
from St. Xavier's College, Ranchi, Jharkhand.
Yeah.
And my curiosity for this particular webinar is because nowadays we like to collect online data. And since we have APT as, since we have AI, like a helping hand. So how best we can use this gathering online data, and whether it is ethical or not, because every time that's the last question that we have in our mind, whenever there is internet, whenever there is any kind of online communication, whether it is ethical or not, what is the authenticity, what is the credibility and accountability.
So we will
So
talk about in this online data collection, both primary and secondary. And we will also talk about the ethical aspects of both the types of the data which you are talking, right?
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Thank you,
It will
sir.
be, yeah, sure. I will definitely cover this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sunit Mukherjee, sir, please unmute yourself.
Thank you. Sir, I'm
Yes.
a faculty in Maharishi Gandhi University, Rohtak.
Sunit, just before you say, just a moment, sir. There will be a rule, particularly for this workshop, that those who will be asking the question, they have to put on their videos. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So everyone, whosoever will be asking the question in future for all the 5 days, they have to on their videos. Besides, they have to unmute themselves. That is okay. But video is must, because we should interact with each other. Right. Thank you, sir. Sunit. Please continue. Sorry for the interruption.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
No, it's all right, sir.
Yeah.
I'm working in a state university in Haryana,
Okay.
and I've been handling the public relations for many years for that university. My interest is that how can AI be used to study and improve the digital communication patterns of the digital PR initiatives of the particularly the state universities, engaging with various stakeholders, and how, because the state universities are battling the barrage of private universities. You can understand it well, because I am also a product of your university, Harisingh Gour University. I'm
Okay,
a
great.
postgraduate from that itself. So graduate and postgraduate. So that light, what can be the tools, AI tools, and how that research, so that we can boost that engagement of the various stakeholders with the state universities, and what can be that roadmap. That's why I just want an understanding, because I've not been using AI tools for PR till date. Right.
Okay, so means you want to just use the AI tools for PR for effective public relation,
Yes, sir.
right?
Right.
AI tools for effective public relation. Fine. Okay, so then we will discuss about this also. One of the other part of the workshop will definitely take this up. Right. Yeah. Anyone else? Anything else?
Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Good evening, Dr. Singh.
Yeah.
I would like to know how to use AI for a start in reviewing of literature, and also in designing the research methodology, not to replace me, but if it can help me guide.
Fine.
Thank you.
Designing the research method.
Research methodology.
Yeah. You are from which organization?
Sir, I am from Dayanand Sagar University in Bangalore.
Okay. Right.
Great, thank you, sir.
Training Guru, sir, would you like to say something? You have raised your hand.
Yes. Yes. Go on.
I had already spoken, but one question more came in my mind. Myself, GS Baba. I don't know, I'm not able to change the thing over there. If there is an open question in communication, how the AI tools can be used for drawing equations out of that, so that it becomes more predictive based upon some data. So what are the parameters, etc. So some open questions which have not been resolved, and if we given to us, and you will also will be giving the tools, and then we will practice and we will use that equations for future purposes, and that will give us some help to resolve unresolved questions.
Dr. Baba,
right?
please repeat your question.
My question is, if there is a set of open questions available in communication and PR, and we learn some tools in these 5 days, we will attempt to answer those open questions. That will give confidence in resolving that, and then we can reframe more questions, and through that equation we can help the industry or students, whatever. That's what I have come for, right, sir?
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, sir. Any other questions?
Raghavendra Rao, sir.
Yeah, very good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Raghavendra ji, please.
Sir, my name is Dr. Raghavendra. I'm from IIMC College, Hyderabad.
Okay.
My expectation from this webinar is, actually, in a way, earlier we used to take so much of time to write one research paper. Now, with the help of AI, we are able to write the research paper within a couple of days also. But there are so many tools are available in the market nowadays for literature review, for analysis, for problem, what we call research problem identification and all. So there is a lot of confusion among the researchers, which tool we have to use for what purpose. And also for the qualitative data, because in quantitative data, we can use a number of tools or a number of softwares are available. For qualitative data, how can we use AI for analysis of this qualitative data? So I think this webinar, and you are going to give the some kind of inputs for us, for all of us, and we are so grateful to you, sir, for having you on this particular webinar, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raghavendra. Definitely, actually, this particular workshop is more on quantitative. But for sure, for your purpose, I will tell you some qualitative tools also which can be utilized for the purpose of qualitative data analysis. Okay, but we will not be able to elaborate it to that extent, because that will need another workshop. Definitely, if Sanjeev sir will organize that, we can incorporate that. But this particular workshop will end up with hypothesis testing, applying certain basic tools, and more importantly, understanding the research methodology portion and its integration with it. Okay, sir. But I will tell you certain tools which you can directly exercise. Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
So shall I take more? There are a few more.
Yeah, why not, please? Because this will help me out.
Soumya Jha.
And tell them to be brief.
Yeah, please be brief. Soumya ma'am.
Anjali is already on with her video. We can take her.
Anjali.
Yeah, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, Anjali, you are audible.
Sir, my name is Soumya.
Okay, Soumya. Yeah. Yes,
So,
Soumya.
sir, I'm more keen in learning for the critical analysis part. So, whenever we do the research, methodology is there, but how can we use AI for the, especially for the critical analysis? And I'm really very, very hopeful for this workshop, because when I saw this workshop, that this 5-day, I'm really very keen to learn as a PhD scholar. So I'm really very, very hopeful, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are doing your PhD from where?
Sir, from Bennett University, Greater Noida.
Bennett. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what is your area?
Sir, I have been practitioner also in community radio since last 17 years.
Okay. So
And
your
now I'm
area
doing-
is communication itself.
Yes, sir. Development
Okay.
communication.
Development communication.
Yes,
From
sir.
Bennett University you are doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Who else is there? Anjali. Anjali was there. Who was?
Yes. Anjali.
Yes, Anjali.
Good evening, sir, and very good evening, very warm and pleasant good evening to all the dignitaries and all the guests present here. Sir, I'm pretty sure that we are going to have some major takeaways after this workshop, but my primary focus is going to be, like Sir Anil had also mentioned previously, that there is a deluge of information which is available. I mean, there's valley of information and how to follow a structure. So that is going to be my primary focus area. And also which particular algorithm to follow, because artificial intelligence is something which is still evolving, and even we as youngsters, we are not able to completely understand how it is supposed to function and how we are supposed to track it. That is why these two areas are going to be my major focus areas. One, how to structure, and second, how to follow algorithms in artificial intelligence.
Anjali, let me tell you, there is no such algorithm which we will be going to study, right? What algorithm is and what is to be followed is just a common sense, okay? Because whatever data, because here I'm there to make it more easier, and we are not at all going to touch any algorithm which if you are thinking that I am going to give you something very big or something like that, very complicated. Let me tell you, this journey of 5 days will be very smooth, very easy. And the things which we are going to follow is just a simple common sense and a little knowledge of research, which we will be sharing all together. Okay, Anjali? And regarding your structure of information, because from the gamut of information, if we have to take some information which is of our use, that is the most important part, and that's why we call it as a research. Just now, Soumya was talking about critical analysis also. I would like to say every research is a critical one, right? Otherwise, it will never be called as a research. Okay, if the things are not critical and if we are not able to provide some solution to certain things which are already there, since we are not doing a work. Okay, so we will definitely be taking it up, Anjali ji and Soumya ji, right? And Acha Anjali, what you are doing presently? You are also doing pursuing
scholar?
PhD?
Yes, I'm a research scholar pursuing a PhD.
Because, yeah, excellent. This workshop will be very, very helpful for the young scholars who have just started their PhD. We will
learning a lot from you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will make things. You also and I will also think of along with all of you. We will learn how to think, and we will learn how to frame a research question. We will learn how to contribute to the existing knowledge. This is what is my task. Okay, because reinventing the wheel will never take us to the success. Okay, so what is to be done is that how we can actually, do the things in a way that which will make an impact to the existing knowledge and provide a solution to the country, to the society, to the public at large, to the companies, to all the stakeholders. So that is what is the focus. Yeah. Any other question is there? And
So there's one more question from Jyoti Singh, ma'am.
okay, right. Yes, Jyoti ji.
Yes, good evening, sir. Same question
Jyoti, you are from where?
Yes, sir. I'm from Bangalore. I'm working as assistant professor in Asvyasa Yoga University, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. So my question was already asked by Raghavendra, sir. How
Okay,
we
great.
can do data analysis in AI, sir?
Fine. So good. I have a lot of inputs from all of you. But yes, because this particular workshop which we have designed particularly will take up certain aspects of it. But yes, because I have now inputs, so I will try my level best to have all these inputs which I have written on the paper to just address to the maximum extent possible. Okay, I would request all of you to be very, very interactive and to answer the question and to respond immediately, right? So let us start with a very basic question. What is a research? Anyone? What do you think a research is? Yes. Hurry up, immediately. Yes, sir.
Permutation and combination, you must know and draw a decision out of that.
Very an excellent, very crisp, you can say, definition. I would remember this, sir, and will use it at other platforms also. Great. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. Yeah, Reservoir.
Sir, I think it's a systematic method followed to find out a new fact that will add to the existing knowledge or to solve a problem.
Great. It means it is something which is contributing to the existing knowledge. Very good. Yes, yes, Sarita, you want to say something? Jigyasa ji?
Sir, to search again and again, systematically and scientifically.
Yeah. Okay. To search again and again. Yes, research. That's why it is called a research. Right? Yeah. Search of the knowledge, we would say, as right? Yes, Jigyasa, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Research is to
Your
dig
name
out.
is Jigyasa itself, right?
Yes,
you are having
sir.
so much of curiosity.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
go
I'm
on.
pursuing my research in artificial intelligence only, the impact
wow.
of AI. Yeah, the impact of AI on creativity.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Great.
Yeah, so it's very interesting topic, and that's why I am attending this interactive and interesting webinar today. Okay. So research is to dig out the fact and to find which is not new to anyone for now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It is,
Yeah, it is something to find something new.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and finding something new has to be systematic one.
Yes, sir. It is
And
always
there has to be some
systematic.
process or
Yes, sir.
would it be called as a research? Okay, I'm going somewhere and my leg actually got stuck with something. Oh, I got something over there. Will that be called as a research?
No, sir.
No. Why is it?
Yeah, it's a systematic process.
It is not
because-
systematic because
yeah,
it's just a very casual approach of
exactly.
getting something. So it will never be called as a research. But yes, that finding can be recorded.
Yes.
But it will not be called as a research. That's what makes a difference in a systematic and a casual approach. So when we are systematic, we are actually, we have some materials, we have some sources, and we have some established facts. And we have to actually drive our things from this way in order to reach some new thing. That's what Oxford has defined it, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Anyone else? Yeah.
Tanushri ma'am wants
Okay,
to.
Tanushri.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible, ma'am.
Yes,
Please.
a very good evening, sir. So for me, research actually means to come up with a kind of a very significant finding, which will have some impact on the society. It can either benefit a particular specific group of people, certain industry people, or some professionals. So research should always be having some very concrete, good recommendations, which will benefit and give some kind of impact on the society.
Excellent. Yeah. Anyone else? Tanushree ji has just emphasized one thing, that it has to be impact. It must change certain existing things. That is very, very important. Very, very important. And that's how it actually concludes what the research is. Yes, sir. So what we do when we do research, we actually, it is something when we are observing, we are actually examining, we are thinking, and we are questioning why it is so, how it is so. Can it be done in a different way? And we are actually trying to challenge the existing formulated principles, and we are formulating the principles again. And these principles are already true, proven to be true in the given space. But can we come up with something new? That is something which we call research is, and there how we go with such other things. Yeah. Anyone else is there, ma'am?
No.
Okay. So almost all professions, actually, when we talk about the professional, and we are, most of you over here are journalists, right? You have, and most of you are communication experts. You want to communicate, and you have been communicating to the entire world, right? So this is again a profession, I would say. So here again comes that do we have something which actually challenges our existing profession? So almost all professions affirm the need of research, either for the advancement of the technology, for art, or a business, or the enlightenment of the knowledge itself. Right? So there is something. So I belong to a profession which is a business, because I belong to the community of business and commerce. I'm a company secretary also. I have opened and shut about 200 countries. We have already gone through my data regarding that. So if I have opened, suppose a restaurant or a hotel, and I would like to enhance, and I would like to enhance my business. I would like to take my business to a higher level. So what type of things I would consider in order to increase my business? So I have certain things in my mind, that how many customers do I treat daily? I'm having a workshop. So this is again a workshop which we are conducting, and presently I think there are 80 participants are there, right? So what type of, if I'm having a hotel, I would try to understand that how many customers I'm treating daily, which is the most, you can say, served dish, and which is the most, you can say, liked dish by the people, or which combo meal is the most popular one. You can say, I would ask again to myself that how many orders of a particular meals I'm getting, or a particular type of dish, and how the customers rate my services. This is again a very, very important thing. And what is the average price which a customer is paying particularly for a dish? And just by finding the answers of these, one can always say that a very valid investigation is required, particularly in order to get the results. So this will truly help, this investigation particularly will help him out in making some positive progress. And you can say we can have this in a form of a questionnaire which we can ask to the people, those who are actually giving or availing the services of my particular hotel. And if we talk more about that, so I can have a distinction between what is to be done and what is not to be done, and what is to be stopped and what is to be continued. With the help of this particular thing, I would be able to understand. So this survey, this particular research has given me some insights, right? So if we talk more about research, so Uri and Redmond, they just say this is a systematized effort to gain a new knowledge. Some people, or you can say professionally, consider research as a movement from a known to the unknown. Actually, we start from the known, because what we are doing is we are doing a literature survey. So when we are doing a literature survey, definitely we have something which is known, because we must know what is known. Then only we will be able to move towards the unknown one, right? So that is what is we can call it as a discovery, or you can say it is a voyage, it is a journey, which actually makes us feel pleasure and gives us a lot of satisfaction. So while considering research as an academic activity, it involves a lot of steps, such as problem definition. To solve the problem, literature review is to be done, data collection is to be done, and we have to draw the inferences after analyzing the data. We have to prepare certain hypotheses, and finally we have to arrive a solution which we will be doing. So this particularly, the entire course which I have designed for this 5 days, actually is an activity that a researcher has to perform physically while engaging in the research. So all things have to be done in the form of the research itself. Or further, there are questions that is research concerning directly, or is research is concerning with gathering of the information from books of the other sources, or is the transportation of knowledge from one form to other constitute a good research? So this is again an important thing. So in short and simple, if we can define the research as a systematic approach, means collecting all the things from the previous definition and the things which we have just now discussed, how will we be able to define the research? We would be able to define the research in a way that it's a systematic process of collecting, analyzing information, that is data, in order to increase our understanding of the phenomenon about which we are concerned and which we are interested in. So this is very, very important. So research is not confined to science, engineering, or the technology. This is what we talk, because we talk about innovations. We talk about inventing new things. So that can happen only in science, but it's not true at all. It is not confined to the science and engineering and the technology. The research area actually covers many disciplines, or you can say it is something which is an interdisciplinary type of, which comprises of business, commerce, history, sociology, linguistics, and for sure media, and whatever may be the subject, it discovers and interprets and revises the facts, events, and other things in order to come up with certain things which is ultimately enhances the quality of life. So most important thing, whether a research is successful or not, there is a parameter with which you can understand, is that if any research is able to enhance the quality of human life, then it will be called as a research. Otherwise, it is useless. It is useless. So research process actually is a combination of the study, you can say, experiment, observation, analysis, design, reasoning, critical thinking. And how do we know, for example, that smoking a cigarette is injurious to us? How do we know that this is one of the bacteria which is called Plasmodium vivax actually causes malaria? How we have come to know that X-rays can take the images from inside the body? How we are able to understand and know that LEDs are much, much better than the bulbs? There is a long journey which has started from bulbs to CFLs, and then bulbs to tube lights to CFLs, and now to LEDs. So we are able to save our energy, and this is something which is generating more light, consuming less energy. So definitely it is, to some extent, it is important. So all the outcomes of the research are very, very important. The outcomes of the research actually tells us that is this research really helpful. So research provides a precise prediction of the events. It's an explanation of the facts and the theories and various other information, particularly for the humanity. If we say it in this. So we have talked about research. Now, scientific research and the social science research is also one of the most important things which we have to discuss and which needs the attention. Because mostly we talk about publications. If you see the Scopus publications, particularly in science and technology, is very, very easy and it goes very high. At the same time, when you are talking about social science, it is very difficult to publish even in even in indigenous good journal. Scopus is far away. So why it is so? Why we are not able to publish particularly? Because one of the most important thing over here is that whenever we are trying to publish, it is something because who are our subjects? We have this entire world as our lab. Scientific research, or you can say engineering research, they have their own laboratories where they can control the environment. They can control the humidity, they can control the temperature, and then in a controlled humidity and temperature, something which is manufactured, something which is produced can easily be tested by controlling. But when we are talking about social science, can we control our emotions? Can we control the emotions of the respondents who are our subjects? Or our subjects themselves are dynamic. That's why we say the DNA of each and every person is different. So a person who is having a different DNA, can you expect a similar answer from them for the question which is being asked in different situations, positions, and circumstances? And there comes the thing that we are not at all able to compile it in that way, which is generally applicable to all. So this is the irony which we have. So social science and scientific engineering actually researches, this type of research is actually focused on the mathematical models and the theories where 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And it's difficult to prove, particularly when we are talking about in the social science research, that can 2 plus 2 be 4? No. 1 plus 1 can be 11, and we have to prove it as 11, but it will always be 2 in case of scientific research. So the output of an engineering research can be a product, process, or an event, even a methodology, you can say. But in case of the social science, which includes the statistics, political sciences, sociology, media studies, market research, sampling is one of the most important things which we have to learn and which we have to properly process. And the scientific research actually includes the investigation which is utilized in acquiring the new knowledge or integrating the previous knowledge. So thus that approach of science we have to apply in the social science in order to come up with certain conclusions which will be important in that. Therefore, the engineering research can be explained in the two words, that is explore and develop. But in case of social science, we have to evolve. And one more important thing is that even if any research which is scientific in nature is of no use for the mankind, that is the social science, it will never be called as a research as such. This is what it is. Right? So if we just see in a basic way that how the scientific research actually works, so actually it forms a question that, and the question actually is certain things which is a hypothesis. And with the hypothesis, they try to make the prediction and then test those predictions with the observation in the labs, and they finally analyze and investigate them. Okay. So the most important thing, particularly which can be the objectives of the research, is first of all the exploration. Means we have to do our social science research in a scientific way, in a systematic way. Then only we will be able to achieve our targets. First, we have to explore. What is exploration? Exploration is to investigate the new areas, new phenomena which are there. Next is you can say after you have explored, then you have to describe, because exploratory research comes before the descriptive. Then you have to describe the characteristics of each individual group's situations with the help of certain demographic factors, with the help of certain characteristics, or you can say with the help of certain central tendencies. And then we try to explain it. Do we see some relationship between some of the variables which we have studied? Do we understand the relationship? Do we understand the causation or the underlying mechanism? Or can we see some mechanism happening in certain variables which we have described and have been explored? Are we able to predict certain things out of it? To forecast or the future trends or the outcomes of those particular things? Or finally, we have to see, can we solve some existing problem out of it? Do we have some problems in the society which can be addressed with the help of our research? So these are the things which we have to be questioned, and then only we will be able to understand and reach that particular outcome of research. And from the point of view of, you can say, the basic type of research, we have basic and the applied research. And from the point of view of quantitative, we are having quantitative research and qualitative research. And the combination of these two are called mixed method research also, which we will be discussing shortly in our other parts of the things. So research methodology and research, what actually is. So research, we have just now explained what research is. Methodology is a systematic framework or a process and a technique used to conduct the research. It outlines the approach and the method employed to design the study, collect data, analyze, find, and ensure that it is valid, reliable, and scientifically sound. Again, the word scientific is coming, but it depicts its importance. We can say that if there is something which is scientific, it is something which is systematic. Okay, that's why it is, again, because science always has a system. So that is more important. So it actually focuses steps, like you have some problem of the objective, and the specific issue in the question of the research aims to address, you can say, for example, what factors influence a customer satisfaction in e-commerce? Okay, so this is something which is a problem, that I need to identify certain factors which is influencing my customer satisfaction, or you can say, what are the factors which is influencing my audience who are on the other side of the table? What are the things which are influencing or the communications part of it? If I'm communicating to a general public, what effective communication can be in order to make the public aware of what I want to say? Then afterwards, designing this, we have to design whether we have what type of research we will be going to do, means exploratory, descriptive, explanatory, or experimental research we are going to do. Experimental research is a part of the research which is conducted by the science people. And another, now once I have determined whether it will be exploratory, descriptive, or explanatory type of thing, further things are regarding the data collection techniques. So on the basis of, or you can say on the, the type of research which we have identified, the data collection happens on the basis of that, which can be primary, which can be secondary also, and we will be definitely be talking about the ethics of data collection in both the ways. And once we have collected the data, rather I would say before collection of the data, we have to think about the sampling, because we cannot collect the data from the entire population. So what are the things which we have to consider? So there are various types of sampling: probabilistic sampling, non-probabilistic sampling. What to use and when to use is again important. And once you have collected the data, then you have to analyze the data. If the data is quantitative, then the quantitative or statistical tools will be there. And if it is qualitative, then we have to go for thematic coding, or you can say the narrative analysis, or you can say the discourse analysis. These are the things which you can to do with the qualitative type of, right? In the same way, there are tools and techniques, particularly for use, for example, this ChatGPT, R, Python, NVivo, Tableau. These are the tools and the softwares which you will be able to understand, with which you will be able to understand what type of things are there. And again, most important thing is the ethical consideration which we have to, because once we have coming up with this, then there are certain ethical concerns which we may have to think about, which must ensure and adhere to the standards of the research. For example, you have to go with some informed consent. You have to keep the confidentiality of the data, and that confidentiality statement has to be announced. Further, your entire research should avoid the plagiarism. Rather, it should avoid the AI content. Also, these days, AI is also one of the things which has to be taken care of. Otherwise, some of the papers, some of the good journals, they do not even take your paper if it is containing AI, and they specifically say zero AI. Means you have to write it by your own. Further, what are the steps you will be conducting for doing with this methodology? So another important thing which is there, that what is the analytics? What is because slowly we are approaching towards the AI. So what analytics is? So anyone, do you have any idea what is analytics? Anyone? Analysis and analytics, little similar, let's say.
Sir, analysis of data. We can say analysis of data, sir.
Yes, come on.
To my analysis and analytics are different in a way, because once you have found a rhythm in the data, and that rhythm is analytics, which conveys the sense of that data which were collected, and it can be replicated towards our goal.
Yeah, Baba sir, you are very correct, because you have directly talked about the predictive approach of it. I was about to come on that, but yes. Girish, you were saying something. Okay. Anyone else?
Hello, sir. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, Girish, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, analytics, in my opinions, or we can say that we can take the insights from the data, sir, or it's an analysis of the data by which we can generate the what are the trends.
You are correct, because analysis actually tells you which you are having something in present. Actually, when we have to move from discovery to the application, you can say discovery is something which is analysis, and application is something which is analytics, right? So when we talk about the analysis, or you can say when we talk about the research, it focuses on discovering the new knowledge and the principles, or you can say the frameworks, and it often actually addresses the broad exploratory question like, why does this happen, or why, or what might be possible? And these are the questions. Then we are doing some analysis. Analytics actually, you can say, this applies that the foundational knowledge of to solve a specific or real world problem. That's why it is more application oriented. Just now Baba Sahib has told about that. It actually tells about certain predictions which you are doing. Okay. So this is, and it focuses on the practical, or you can say data-driven decision making, answering the question like, what can we do to improve the performance? What is performed is analysis, but what is to be performed, or how we can improvise our performance, how we can optimize the process. This will be the question which will be addressed with the help of analytics. Next important thing is data utilization. So research may generate a new data, or you can rely on some exploratory methods to gather the information, right? Whereas analysis actually uses the existing data set, which are often structured and historical, to extract the patterns, you can say trends, just now what just Babajan Sahab was telling about, that it actually predicts, it extracts the patterns, it extracts the trends, the insights, and which is replicable and applicable to the existing world. Or you can say analytics actually leverages the results of analysis, or you can say the research of the result of the research to apply certain statistical computational tools in order to come up with certain things which are actionable. Right. Next important thing is the speed and the precision. Now, what happens in research on analysis is that it actually often involves longer timelines to explore the hypothesis, to validate the theory, or to generate the new insights. And it's about the process of learning and discovery, analysis. Regarding analytics, it operates at a faster pace. It uses the existing tools and algorithms and the framework to deliver a precise and often immediate insights and the solution which are applicable and replicable to the entire. Because we need the solution immediately. And that is the reason why we use analytics more. As I have already told that it is action oriented. So there is certain things which provides a foundation of understanding and the theoretical knowledge that lays the background. That is done by the research, or you can say the analysis. But whereas the analytics translates this knowledge into the actionable insights, and which helps the organizations or the individuals to have a data-driven decision out of it, then we can say that it is something which is related to analytics. And feedback and iteration is also because in case of analysis or in case of research, it actually focuses on the validating or disproving the hypothesis in a controlled environment. That's what we call. But analytics actually works in the iterative cycles where the feedback from the analysis is used to redefine the process, to improvise the process, and to make the prediction quickly, which is you can say helpful directly. For example, you can conduct a study to understand the consumer behavior in the emerging market. Just now we have taken the example of a hotel. Okay. So conducting a study to understand the consumer behavior in the emerging market is an analysis, or you can say you can analyze the results out of it. But analytics will tell you that how you can use the sales and the emerging data to predict which product will succeed in those markets in the future. This is something very much action oriented. Or in summary, or if you want to summarize this, the research is a foundation, I would say, where the ideas and theories are formed. We actually try to form certain ideas, certain theories, particularly when we are talking about research. And analytics is a bridge of execution, turning those ideas into actionable insights, measurable results. Right? So analytics often represents a step ahead because it focuses on driving impact to the practical application of the knowledge gained from the research. So mostly when we will be using the ChatGPT, we will more be trying to have some prediction, some actionable results which will be helpful for the society and the public. Okay. So there are further more analytics and analysis. So I have just given you this chart. So if you will go through this chart, you will be able to understand the purpose, scope, focus, approach, and the methods which actually makes the research and the analytics difference. And further, when we talk about the analytics, see this previous chart is telling you about analysis. Okay, sorry, this is something which is later. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So here there are more. So tools, outcome, time frame. We have already discussed most of these things over here, right? And yeah. So various types of analysis, if we try to see or understand, because we are more about talking about the analytics rather. So the first most type of analytics, I would say, is a descriptive analytics. Then we come to the diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and then prescriptive analytics. So prescriptive is something which is related to the prescription which doctor try to give us sometimes, right? So these are the things which are to be discussed, and there are certain things which are cognitive analytics, real-time analytics is there, and big data analytics are there. So emerging analytics types, if we try to see, these are the things which are there. So if we see this cognitive analytics, then the cognitive analytics actually uses artificial intelligence and NLP to mimic the human thought process for the complex problem solving. You might have interacted with some of the virtual assistants. Siri is there for you. Alexa is there. So there are certain chatbots which are being used. So these are there in order to connect and you can say they on the behalf of the company or on the behalf of the service provider, they try to interact with you. Banks also use these type of chatbots which makes their work easier rather than if you want to actually answer repeated questions and with the same repeated reply, then these type of cognitive analytics is something which is important. So next is real-time analytics. So real-time analytics actually it processes the data and it instantly processes data to provide the immediate insights of the action. For example, I want to detect out of certain data, I want to detect the fraud, or I want to predict the fraud out of the data which I have. And what type of data I have? I have the data of some people who have taken the loan from the bank, the time period for which they have taken the loan, and their you can say CIBIL score. CIBIL score has come up these days. Previously, they used to have the history of the people, you can say the people, those who have taken loans and what type of bank balance do they have, how many assets do they have. These all things actually try to prepare one score which is called a CIBIL score directly being used these days. But this is something which is there which actually tells us that, and mix of all these things can give me a result that giving a loan to someone can result in fraud, or what is the propensity that the person will give me back my money. So this is something which is a real-time analytics, which is used in order to process the data to provide the immediate insights and the actions. Last is your big data analytics. Then we will be covering our descriptive, diagnostic, and predictive and prescriptive also. So big data actually focuses on analyzing a massive and the complex data set from the diverse sources. And the most important, you can say, is from you might have heard about sentiment analysis in social media, from the social media sites, or you can say from if we want to check or if we want to have the sense of sensitivity from the various parts of the country regarding the recent plane crash which has happened in Ahmedabad. What do the people say about it? If we talk about this particularly plane crash which has recently happened, most of the things which people are talking about, the safety and security and the value of the human life. They say we do not feel safe anywhere. If you go for this recreation trip somewhere, you are not safe. You are not safe in your homes. You are not safe outside. You are not safe being in the plane or in train. So where are you safe? This is a big question which has come up. A question mark on the safety and security of any you can say, citizen of a country is a big question mark on the country itself. So from where these sentiments are coming from? So this analysis is called big data analytics. And let me tell you, okay, just try to imagine what comes in your mind when we talk about data. Anyone? When we talk about data, what comes in your mind?
Sir, data are the raw facts, sir.
Okay.
So data is a raw fact. Data, we can say that data
there is some problem, or you might be using two devices. That's why echo is there's some interaction coming up.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, data is a raw fact, sir. And when we process the data, then it is converted into the information.
Okay, so this is how you distinguish between data and information. Or if I would say in a different way, then would you be able to appreciate it? There is a lot of information. There is a gamut of information. And you try to organize that information in order to call it as a data. What do you think?
So
yeah, Renuka ji will throw some light on it.
Sir, I think
Girish, your two devices are interacting with each other. Please switch off one. Renuka, madam, please.
Sir, I would say data is information collected in a systematic manner.
Okay. And
information would be more raw.
Okay, information is more raw than the data. Okay. So you have collected information. You have organized it in a form of a data. Yes, sir. We'll take you up. We'll take you up, sir. So, Renuka ji, we have collected the information in the form of tables and the charts and all that. Okay. So that is a more organized one, you would say.
I would say.
What will you derive out of it?
I think it will be easier to interpret data.
Interpretation of data, what you will call? Again, it's an information.
Analysis.
What it will generate? It will generate an information.
Some patterns.
Patterns is okay, but what it will actually generate? It will generate an information. You will be informed about the analysis.
Okay.
Yes, Baba sir, you were about to say something.
No, I was telling Madam rightly said data is something raw, but it is not organized. Data is not organized. We collect data and then we find what are the various organized elements under that and where do they fit in that organized pattern. And that's why we derive information from the data. Data is raw, she rightly said, but it is not organized. And for finding that organization within the data, various set of information we find through analytics, etc. So, thank you.
So what we do is that we try to generate data from the information and then again information from the data collected, right? And this keeps on going till we go to a conclusion. Okay, so this happens. This is a cycle which keeps on going. Now, what actually is data? When I try to compile certain things which are of use for me, it's useful for me. Information is lot of information is there on Google. But what I will try to search, I will try to search a research paper which tells me about factor affecting communication skills. So that is something which is relevant for me, right? So out of those relevant things, I try to fit it up in a tabular form, which I call it as a data, right? And I again try to gather some information out of it, which is useful only for me, for the purpose of which I have collected it. So this keeps on going. So there is no, you can say, it will not be justifiable to just, try to distinguish between the data and the information. It will keep on going and we will again be landing up at the same places. Now, why I have started this particular thing is that the definition of data these days has changed If we close our eyes and imagine what is data, what will come in our mind? There is a table which comprises of some columns, some rows, and there is something fitted inside the cells. Am I correct? This actually comes in our mind when we talk about data. But the definition of data has changed. The way a person stands, the voice which is being listened. I'm changing my tones for emphasizing certain things and casually saying something. I've just now done it. This is also a data. The lines which I have just now spoken comprise of certain high pitch, low pitch, some tones. That is also a data. This is something which is a data which is a audio data. The same way there are video data. There are data which are generated by the sounds. There is a data, the black box which was identified after the plane crash of Ahmedabad has communicated a certain things that the reason of the plane crash itself. And it comprises of lot of data. After analysis, the people will come out with certain conclusions. So the definition of data is not that thing. And this data, which is big enough, which is large enough, and this data comes with a lot of velocity, veracity, right? And the volume of the data is very high. The combination of all this actually creates a data which we call as a big data. Right? So this big data again needs the tools of analyzing the big data is also different. So there is a software which is called Hadoop. If you want to write, you can write it out, and afterwards you can Google it. Hadoop. 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 Hadoop is a software which actually was evolved first in order for analyzing the big data, for doing the big data analytics. Okay, so this particular software, which is called Hadoop, is something which is used for the big data analytics. There are other software which have also evolved afterwards. A lot of softwares and lot of things are there which actually go for this big data analytics itself. Now, how these things actually work together? So these all types of descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analytics, actually the business of learning all these things actually makes sense when we combine all these things together. So we will talk first about the descriptive analytics. What is a descriptive analytics? You can say the purpose is to understand what has happened by summarizing the historical data, right? And the most important is the focus is to provide a clear view of past trends and performance, and often thought of reports, or you can say dashboards or visualizations. And the methods of collecting the tools are, you can say, data aggregations. We used to aggregate the data, report the things, basic statistical summaries we used to do. And we try to use the tools like Excel, Tableau, Power BI, and SQL. These are the tools which are used. And certain cases, if you want to understand, is the sales promotion tracking. I just want to track the sales promotion. Monthly revenue reports I want to have. Or monitoring the website's traffic, or you can say the social media metrics. If I want to do, then I use this descriptive analytics. So descriptive analytics is the most basic form of the analytics, I would say, which actually focuses on summarizing the historical data to understand what has happened over a given period. So it uses the techniques like, you can say, data aggregation, statistical analysis, and data visualization to form a raw data into a meaningful insights. Through reports, dashboards, charts, you can say, and it gives us a clear view about the trends, patterns, and the key performance indicator that actually describes the past performance of an organization or a system which we want. For example, you can say a business might use a descriptive analytics to track the monthly sales, you can say, to track the repayment of customers in case of banks. or you can say to predict the future outcomes. It establishes a foundation, particularly on the deeper analysis, by organizing the present data in an easily interpretable form. And for this, there are various tools which are there, which we use as, you can say Excel is there. Tableau actually gives you the visualization. Power BI is Power Business Intelligence. It's again a tool from Microsoft, which helps you out and take certain decisions. And these types of things are there. And by providing a snapshot of the past performance, the prescriptive analytics actually helps the organization to identify the strengths, its weaknesses, and the opportunities which it can avail with the sense of improvements which it can do in order to give a better insights of the future. Next is, you can say, is your diagnostic analytics. I have again explained it in the same way. Actually, this you can say this is something which is related to identifying the patterns and relationships of the data. Focuses on uncovering the root cause. Previously, we were just identifying the root cause. Here, we are uncovering the root cause and contributing to the factors behind the historical data. We actually try to do that. So here, what we are trying to do is we do drill down analysis. We do data mining. We try to understand the correlation and anomaly detection. And for this purpose, we use Python and R. Okay. So this is something which is related to this, and there are the cases where it can be used is analyzing the reasons for sudden sales drop. Now, if I want to understand the reason of the plane crash in Ahmedabad, I would be going with the diagnostic analytics. It investigates the root cause of the operational inefficiencies and understand the customer churn patterns. You can say that what is the reason of deviating the customers from my end to the other end. So this is something which are there particularly in this. In the same way, predictive analytics is also there. So predictive analytics actually focuses on the future forecasting, right? Because it is something which is related to prediction, or you can say forecasting the future outcomes by analyzing the historical data and identifying the patterns and trends in it. So it leverages the advanced statistical methods, machine learning algorithms, and data modeling techniques to predict what is likely to happen, rather than what has already happened in the past. So we are actually predicting certain things, right? With the help of certain data, we are predicting that when this pandemic will be over. We are predicting certain patterns that what can be the various, you can say, forms in which the COVID-19 may appear. Again, COVID has come, you all might be knowing. It has come with certain other, you can say, type of, there's again different species of COVID-19 which has come up. These days, that there are some deaths which have happened. For example, business can use the predictive analytics to forecast the future trends. They can also predict the customer behavior, or they can even identify the potential equipment failures in the manufacturing. Suppose I'm manufacturing any car, so what can be the potential failures which can be sensed by my machinery which I have manufactured. So the tools which it uses Python, R, SAS, machine learning platforms. There's one more thing which is called TensorFlow. It is actually used to create the predictive models that drive the actionable insights. This is something which is new, which is happening. So by enabling the data-driven foresight, the predictive analytics actually empowers the organization to proactively address the challenges. It optimizes the decision making, because on the basis of this, we are going to take some decisions. And the ultimate target is that we must stay ahead in the competition. We must stay ahead from the point of the of view of the information so that we can take the decisions. Last is your prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive is something which is prescribed, that what you should do. This is something for which the you can say that the job of an analytics person, or you can say business analyst, actually take more money because of their feature of prescriptive, that what should I do in order to cope with the position in the future which I have just now predicted. So it is the most advanced form of the analytics which focuses on providing an actionable recommendation to guide the decision making and optimize the outcomes. So it combines the insights from descriptive, diagnostic, and predictive analytics to not only forecast the future trends, but also to suggest the best course of action to achieve the specific goals, or the ways of mitigating the risks. So predictive analytics actually uses the advanced technologies such as optimization algorithms, machine learning, simulation modeling, decision analysis, in order to analyze the multiple scenarios and to provide the solution. For example, it can help a company to determine the optimal pricing strategy. That if this is the situation, there is you can say outcome of various you can say the competitors in the market. I have my product. There are other products also which have evolved in the market. What should be my pricing strategy that I can get maximum out of it? Or what adjustment do I do in my supply chain in order to minimize the cost without failing to meet the demand? So by identifying what should be done rather than what has happened and what will happen. Right? So this is something which is suggested by the predictive analytics, and it actually use the tools like IBM Decision Optimization. MATLAB is another one, and it specializes the AI platforms which are commonly employed to deliver these actionable insights which are there. So these are the things. So there is again a distinction between these 4 types of analytics on various types of things which I have just now showed you over here. Right? So this is what is my you can say presentation for today. Tomorrow we will be focusing about more on what is AI and how the AI will take us up further. And we will have some introduction of AI, and we will have some, you can say, hands-on with AI tomorrow. So this is all where I will be ending. Don't worry, I will be covering whatsoever is given in your this plan. I will try to cover the entire thing whatsoever is there, because time has now gone, and you are also all might be waiting for finishing it up, and I also planned myself to finish it up to here itself. That's why I thought that I will stop over here. So this is what I just want to understand and want to deliver it to all of you.
Sir, tomorrow we will meet at 7.
Yes, sir. This is something which is again an important thing I would like to tell you, that we will be meeting at 7 tomorrow.
Tomorrow onwards.
7 and onwards. Sir, you can keep it onwards. Right? Because tomorrow I will not bound myself with the time. And I hope that people will enjoy tomorrow's lecture more, because tomorrow will be more applied one. So I would say today I was having some analysis. Tomorrow I will do some analytics type of thing.
Right, sir?
With the permission, can I come today? I was not able to log in my laptop. I am using from my mobile, because in between I get the call, so then I get disturbed. So what is the reason? I don't know. When I find that these are illegal video call, something like that. So if I get some kind of link, I can comfortably use on from my laptop. That will.
Sir, what I will suggest you is, sir, please open up your WhatsApp in your laptop and try to connect with the link what sir has given you. I have done the same way.
Say again, sir.
So you have, yeah, I'm telling you again. What you can do is log in your WhatsApp in your laptop. Okay.
Okay.
And with the WhatsApp message, whatever there might be some group, no, sir, Sanjeev sir.
Yeah, we will.
So in that group will also appear on the WhatsApp on your system. So yeah, the same link you can use in order to log in from there. So you will be able to log in from your laptop also, sir.
No, but if I am shared the same link on my email, I think I should be able. That's in many platforms we do it, sir. If it comes on my email, then I don't think it will have any objection.
Sir, there is no problem. But how will you learn to log in your WhatsApp in your system? Try to learn that.
No, I have already learned because there was some nuisance of that I have removed.
You can copy the link and post on our email.
I did that, sir, but that it's an illegal something like that. Anyhow, I will ask someone.
Sanjeev sir, please give him an email. He's very willing and is very interactive also. So we would like to have him again tomorrow. So please give him my email so that he will be able to.
All right. I am a man of communication. We will have to communicate. So write it down.
Great.
Yes, sir. So Aditi is there?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm here only. Namaskar, sir. There is an important notice for all the participants that we have posted a feedback link on the chat box. Kindly fill the feedback form before leaving the meeting, as we will mark the attendance from those feedback links only. And on behalf of the organizing committee of the AI in Research workshop, we extend our heartfelt thanks to all of you for your active participation and enthusiastic engagement in today's session. Day 1 offered a compelling introduction to the transformative role of AI in research, exploring multidisciplinary approaches and the power of descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. We deeply appreciate your curiosity and openness as we navigated through tools like ChatGPT, A special note of gratitude to our speaker for their insightful guidance and for laying a strong foundation for the rest of the workshop. Your thoughtful questions and reflections enriched the discussion and set a dynamic tone for the days ahead. We look forward to welcoming you tomorrow as we delve deeper into structured data analytics using AI. Thank you so much, sir, for today's very informative session. We are already getting the feedback from the participants that the session is really insightful and they are learning a lot, and I'm sure they will learn a lot in the coming days as well.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm thankful to the great God for giving me this wisdom and insight that I could speak over here. Otherwise, I'm really, and sincerely speaking, I'm nothing.
We really thanks Dr. Sanjeev Bhanavat, sir, for giving us this opportunity. We really thank you, sir, and we always look forward to have such sessions under the guidance of sir.
Right. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. With your permission, should I?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.